triumphant response. Of course, it doesn't matter whose contract it is. Summoned beast Nangang Xiao patted her chest and said loudly, "To celebrate the successful completion of your first day of training, I'll treat you to dinner. Go to the best hunting restaurant in the military camp." At this time, the bald instructor gathered all the trainees together. The policy announced that all training sessions for today have ended. I've already synchronized the reward records with the resource department. Tomorrow morning at 6:30, meet on time downstairs at the dormitory building. The instructor had just finished speaking. The students cheered and dispersed instantly. Nangang Xiao couldn't wait any longer. He held tightly to Chen Bingxi's arm. He led us around with great familiarity, heading towards the upscale hunting restaurant. Judging from his familiarity with the youth training camp, clearly, his identity is extraordinary. On the way, I had already started to plan the use of these 2000+ second-order crystal nuclei. In the apocalypse, crystal cores are the hard currency. Furthermore, they are beast tamers and summoned beasts, core resources for advancing one's realm. I roughly calculated 2,148 second-order crystal nuclei. Converted, I was able to exchange it for 2 Tier 5 crystal cores, a 4th-order crystal core, 4 3rd-order crystal nuclei, in addition to 8 2nd-order crystal cores. This amount of resources. He's an explosive presence in the entire youth training camp. Enough for Ice Creek's two-tailed holy white fox. Breakthrough directly from level to late stage to level 5. Not long after walking, we arrived at the highest class hunting restaurant in the military camp. This place is completely different from the regular student cafeteria. Luxurious decoration, quiet environment, specifically for the senior management of the youth training camp. Open to students with special status. Ordinary students don't even have the right to enter. Nangang Xiao was very familiar with the route. They led us into a very private room. The waiter came to our door immediately after we sat down. He bowed respectfully to Nangang Xiao. "Miss Nangang, what would you like to order today?" This address of Miss Nangang further confirmed her identity. Not simple, Nangang Xiao didn't even look at the menu. I casually said I'd like a set meal. Only after he finished speaking did he hand the menu to me and Bingxi. "Let's see if it suits our taste." I took the menu. I glanced at the contents of package 1, stunned for a moment. I thought to myself, wow, where is the package deal? Clearly a feast of top-tier resources. The set meal consists of 3 dishes and 1 soup. The main dishes are Tier 6 monster meat and Tier 4 monster meat. 5th grade edible Ganoderma lucidum. The accompanying soup is an evening rarer 8th grade Ganoderma lucidum soup. Each one contains extremely rich energy. It's not something ordinary beast tamers can access. When I saw the price, it was even more completely stunned. This package actually requires a Tier 7 crystal core, a 7th-order crystal core. Nangang Xiao actually ordered it casually, without even blinking. Definitely a top-tier rich woman. Nangang Xiao looked at the surprised expressions on my and Bingxi's faces. He stared at Bingxi with a smile. His eyes were full of doting affection. "Sister Bingxi, as long as you like it. We come here to eat every day. Enough for just a few minutes." The waiter then brought out all the dishes. The efficiency is astonishing. Before leaving, he specially handed it to Nangang Xiao, a blue medicine bottle. He left without offering any further explanation. Me and Bingxi, looking at the table full of high-level magical beast meat and Ganoderma lucidum, he had some doubts. Such high-end ingredients. The energy it contains is too violent. With our current physical strength, we simply cannot directly withstand it. Eating it rashly will only cause your body to burst with energy. Nangang Xiao noticed our confusion. I picked up the blue potion bottle and shook it. "This is from the meat of these high-level magical beasts. Purified energy neutralizing liquid. Drink this. You can safely absorb the pure energy from the food. It will not damage the body." Then it dawned on us. Drink the energy liquid with Nangang Xiao. Begin to enjoy this top-notch meal. Bingxi ate with great satisfaction. My lower abdomen is slightly bulging. A look of lingering enjoyment. After dinner, we temporarily parted ways with Nangang Xiao. I can activate my ice-type abilities without wasting a moment. Headed straight to the resources department to collect today's training rewards. When I received the backpack containing the crystal core, I could clearly feel the heavy weight of the backpack. Back to my private dormitory apartment. I couldn't wait to open my backpack. The crystal nuclei inside were neatly arranged. 2 shimmering, 5-segmented crystal cores were placed on top. Next to it is a 4-segment crystal core. 4 3-segment crystal nuclei. There are also 8 second-order crystal cores. It gleamed alluringly under the light. No time wasted. Immediately begin cultivation, I said to Bingxi in a deep voice. The most important thing right now, it's about converting these crystal cores into power. The law of the jungle disregards strength as the foundation for survival. Ice Creek nodded emphatically. We both simultaneously activated the power of the contract within our bodies. White light surged in the palm. Summon the holy white fox in its 2-tailed form once more. At this time, the white fox's cultivation level was at the late stage of level 2, only 1 step away from level 3. I wield the power of contracts. First, pick up a 3rd-tier crystal core and bring it to the white fox's mouth. The white fox opened its mouth and swallowed it whole. Crystal nuclei entry into the body. Pure energy exploded instantly within the body. It was frantically eroding the meridians and the barriers to cultivation. In just half an hour, a soft sound came. The white fox's aura suddenly surged. The cultivation level directly broke through to the early stage of the 3rd rank. The energy of a 3rd-order crystal nucleus. Completely digested. Not a single bit wasted. My consciousness and Bingxi's consciousness are connected with the white fox. I could clearly feel the immense power surging within my body. It makes people feel incredibly at ease. I struck while the iron was hot, controlling the white fox to swallow 2 4th-tier crystal cores in succession, devoting oneself to cultivation, completely immersed in the process of improving one's realm. I don't know how much time has passed. The cultivation method within the white fox's body was operating wildly. Crystal nucleus energy continues to scour. The realm has been advancing triumphantly. There was absolutely no lag. Tier 3 early stage, Tier 3 mid stage, Tier 3 late stage, Tier 3. The peak progresses step by step. Finally, with a deafening roar, his aura exploded completely, directly breaking through to the early stages of Tier 4. The white fox at this moment, a mysterious white halo surrounded him. It seemed to become the energy core of the entire room. Free energy in the surrounding air. They all automatically converged into his body. The visuals are absolutely stunning. When I came to my senses, I realized I had been cultivating for a whole day. Missed the 2nd day of training. I had no choice but to go outside and find the bald instructor. The instructor approved the leave without hesitation. He also told me to focus on my cultivation. Back to the apartment, I revealed my final trump card. The white fox swallowed both level 5 crystal cores. The energy of a 5th-order crystal nucleus is far more terrifying than that of a lower-order crystal nucleus. Pure and profound. The white fox fully activated its cultivation technique. Absorption rate remains undiminished. The realm soared once again. Early stage of 4th tier, mid stage of 4th tier, late stage of 4th tier. The peak 4th tier encountered no bottlenecks. Without any hindrance. With a deafening sound of a mirror shattering, the 2-tailed holy white fox successfully broke through to the early stage of level 5. I control the white fox, feeling inside a vast energy like the ocean. Excited, he instinctively leaped lightly. As a result, the surge in prices could not be controlled. His head slammed directly into the ceiling. A loud bang. The entire dormitory building shook violently. Rough estimate. The strength and energy intensity of a 5th-tier white fox, compared to the previous 2nd-tier late stage, it was more than 10 times stronger. This span is extremely rare in the entire history of beast taming. Bingxi cheered with even greater joy. He jumped and hopped while holding the white fox. His face was full of excitement. To avoid further damage to the apartment, Bingxi and I simultaneously withdrew the power of the contract. Deactivated summons form, returning to the human essence. I can clearly feel my physical fitness has increased several times over. A fist. The air was making a whooshing sound. The sound of the wind blew, and the force of the fist was a full 3 tons. Just then, in my mind, a cold system notification suddenly sounded, several in a row. I was overjoyed to hear this. Congratulations, host, on completing the mission. Raise the summoned beast's level to 5 within a week. Quest reward: 100 evolution points. A fragment of a rule crystallization, automatically saved to system space. The ruling fragment crystals have automatically recognized their owners. Host's midnight snack. Successful recognition of the Lord. The rule suggests that fragmented crystals can be restricted at any time. Recycling at any time. Unrestricted. Rule fragmented crystal. My heart skipped a beat. This is a rare, top-tier treasure in the apocalypse. Contains the power of the laws of heaven and earth. Able to repair damaged talents. Patching template vulnerabilities. It is something that countless beast tamers dream of. Unexpected system task reward. They gave us such a valuable gift right away. The system notification tone had just ended. There was a rapid knocking at the door, and then there's Nanggong Xiao's signature sweet voice. I could hear her excitement even through the door. Sister Bingxi, I heard something inside. Have you finished your cultivation? I opened the door. Then I saw Nanggong Xiao leaning against the door. Their sneaky behavior is both cute and funny, judging from her appearance. They had obviously been waiting outside for a long time. Looking at him, I suddenly realized our seclusion and cultivation. 3 whole days have passed. Today is the 5th day since we entered the youth training camp. Nanggong Xiao entered the door. Without saying a word, he hugged Bingxi's arms tightly again. The excitement in his eyes was impossible to hide. Sister Bingxi, I haven't texted you in 3 days. I miss it so much. Chen Bingxi's expression suddenly changed. He suddenly stood up. I rushed to the bathroom, running and shouting, "It's bad. I had 4 days worth of food in my stomach. We need to go and discharge it right away." I instantly turned black-faced. It's best to keep this to yourself. There's no need to say it like that. Let's get to the details. Bingxi just ran into the bathroom. Only Nanggong Xiao and I were left in the living room. The atmosphere suddenly became a little awkward. Nanggong Xiao was still staring in the direction of the bathroom. Before I could react, I suddenly walked up to her. That face, even in the apocalypse, was considered top tier. It came directly into her line of sight. Nanggong Xiao's face flushed red instantly. I subconsciously took a step back. With a hint of annoyance and shyness, I stared at you and asked, "Why did you suddenly get so close?" I raised an eyebrow and asked back, "I also wanted to ask you something. They came to my apartment very early this morning. There's nothing else to do besides looking for the ice creek." Nanggong Xiao was taken aback by the question. I originally just wanted to come and get some ice cream. The words were on the tip of my tongue when I suddenly realized. Hastily changed his words. Their tone became hurried. "I'm here to inform you. The Lord of the City Guard Pavilion needs to speak with you. After you finish your cultivation, go to the highest command headquarters to see him immediately." I'm afraid I won't believe you. He quickly added that it was true. The pavilion master personally gave the order. Let me make sure to tell you. Lord of the City Guard. My brow furrowed slightly. My mind instantly became alert. That's a top boss in Manjuan Base City. An existence of the same level as the city lord, Hu Chengjin, who is in charge of the entire base city, holding a large army, overwhelming power. People of this level, I and Bingxi, 2 trainees from the youth training camp, were suddenly summoned. This is definitely not a small matter. However, I didn't dwell on this matter immediately. His gaze fell on Nanggong Xiao. Staring into her eyes, Nanggong Xiao spoke in a serious tone. "Do you want to restore your level talent template?" As soon as this sentence was spoken, Nanggong Xiao's face instantly darkened. His eyes were full of disappointment and resentment. He lowered his head and muttered to himself, thinking, "I dream of." But it was completely useless. I searched all the experts in the base city. I've tried everything. I have absolutely no clue. My template is already incomplete. It can't be fixed at all. In conclusion, he gave a self-deprecating bitter smile. Maybe God just doesn't like me. Are you deliberately making things difficult for me? When awakened, it's clearly its level 5 Claude Golden Dragon template. Top-tier talent. As a result, overnight, it became a damaged C-grade dragon template, laughed at by everyone. I saw his disappointed look. Firm tone. Speak word by word. I have a way to help you complete the incomplete template, restoring this rank 5 Claude Golden Dragon. Nangang Xiao suddenly raised her head. His eyes were full of disbelief. Even with a hint of mockery, they obviously think I am exaggerating. After all, it was something he had begged every big shot for, but to no avail. How could a trainee like me possibly do that? I didn't explain further. With a single thought, from the system space, Zhu offered up the newly acquired crystal fragment of rules.